Hello guys, today we're gonna talk about how to reduce the food waste, the ways to reduce food waste. We know that the food waste is a severe problem in the world, especially in the developing countries like the Europe, other countries in Western Europe and North America and East Asia countries. Lots of foods were waste every day. So today we're gonna talk about how to reduce food waste. Food waste, the benefits of food waste, or of reducing the food waste, are many. So today we're gonna talk about that. Talked about that. Okay, let's see. We know that the first, we can do something to reduce food waste. The first is avoid buying too much. Avoid buying too much. The best and the simplest way to avoid food waste is buying less. Avoid buying too much. A packed fridge may look appealing, but it may lead to food waste if the household cannot eat all on the food. Taking a couple of shorter trips to grocery store each week rather than one longer trip may prevent people from buying too much food and help cut back on waste. We know that if you buying the foods per week, once per week, or even once per 10 days, like that, or even longer, and you will buy much. Usually, you will buy to prevent the food shortage, or you probably buy much more than you need. You planned, so make a good plan and buying foods every week, or no more than a week once. No more than buying the foods than a week, and you may avoid buying too much food. Okay, and more. Okay, if you're gonna reduce the food waste, think twice before throwing food away. I read. While mold is a definite sign that something belongs in the garbage, it is not necessary to throw out foods that are slightly past their prime. For instance, many greens and vegetables must likely soften or wilt when they are just past ripe. They still make excellent additions to soups, smoothies, and baked dishes. People can use leftover vegetable scraps to make a soup stock. Even stale bread makes toast and breadcrumbs best before dates can misleading. If produce still appears fresh and usable, it is usually fine to eat it. Get it? We people usually follow the order of the labels we we can see the labels on the food, on the bottle of foods, shows that someday it might expire, or the best before the best days to eat. And usually we will throw out, many people will throw away their fruits when the days has when the day has passed. So it's it it is misleading. It was misleading. The foods past the best day to eat does not necessarily means it can't be eat. It can't be eat anymore. So we should prevent throwing fruits away just by reading. Reading the labels, okay, the lines, the deadlines, or best eating days. No. We can notice that the fruits can be used to soups or to baked dishes. So don't throw away. Don't think twice, think more before you throw away the foods. Okay. Let's go into the next tips to reduce food waste. Okay, see, always make a shopping list. You need a good plan before you go shopping. Buying excess foods are easy. Buying foods that are already in the home can ultimately become another source of waste. When you're home, when some foods already exist in your home, many people in your home, and you don't need to buy that much. Taking an inventory of the food in the house and making a grocery list before going to the store might help people avoid purchasing unnecessary foods and cut back on potential waste. Yes, inventory of the food. Okay. Before go shopping, you should know what foods you are exactly in need, and you will consume the foods you will buy later completely. Make sure you will buy the foods you actually need. So before go shopping, we need the list. You write it down the foods you are in shortage. So think twice and write it down the foods you are in need. It's important. And more tips that you can see the organized in the kitchen, but before. And what is FIFO? Let's check it out. I will show you. I'll tell you. Organizing the fridge and pantry can help people keep track of what they have at home and help them to identify foods that are ready to eat. What is FIFO? What is FIFO? FIFO stands for first in, first out, and is usual way to organize food at home. Many restaurants and grocery stores use the system to reduce waste too. We can learn it from the restaurant and grocery store. Placing newly bought foods at the back of cardboard or fridge will encourage people to use the food in the front row first, which will ensure freshness and reduce waste. For example, if a person keeps lots of tins at home, ensure that the ones closest to their expiry date are at the front of the cardboard and use those first. Get it? The arrangement of the foods is a tips. It's a good tips is a good tip in the kitchen to consume, to use, or to take the foods who are closest to their expiry date, and is a good way to to reduce or to prevent ignoring the oldest food you buy. It's a common way. It is a common way that was used in the restaurant and grocery store. Another tips, let's check it out. Store food correctly. It's important. Okay, let's see that. What is store food correctly? That means the perishable items such as fruits and vegetables have their best way to store and avoid spoilage. Different fruits have different ways to store. Okay. Some tips. Okay, we can remember some tips. The first is keeping the refrigerator below 5 Celsius or 5 Celsius degrees or 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Storing cooked food on shelves before raw foods. Okay, in the upper layer, the cooked fruits on upper shelves. Okay, and third, storing fruit in sealed containers. Okay, the sealed containers can prevent too much contact with the air, so it's important from spoiling, to avoid the fruit spoiling. Always transfer leftover from open cans into a suitable container. Do not store it in the can. Okay. The food issue noticed. The food storage is important. If you ignore or you didn't put much you didn't concern about that, you may miss or you may eat the spoiled food that may cause you the health problem. So don't forget about how to store food correctly. And when make a weekly menu, I mentioned before. I mentioned earlier. Buy foods weekly is it good? Is it better than buy foods 10 days? Buy or better than buy foods or once per 2 weeks or 10 days. Making a weekly menu, make it for a week. Make a menu for a week may help some people organize their food usage and cut back on waste. Using online tools or cookbooks to help plan out meals for the week. Can a person to compile an accurate shopping list? It may take a few weeks for each household to get the menu right, but having a set weekly menu might help some people reduce the guesswork around meals and avoid wasting food. Make plans, okay? Let's see next. Keep a log of spoiled foods. Writing down the types of foods that go bad can help a person identify the foods they can cut back on. For example, if someone finds themselves throwing out many oranges as they go bad, the solution might be to buy fewer oranges to avoid this spoilage. It's simple and easy, right? Remember what kind of foods you throw out the most. Throw out open. Remember, and next time you can buy less foods. You can buy less foods. You have been throw out open. But that's the foods. Then you can prevent avoiding waste. Although buying large bags of produce rather than one or two pieces may seem cheaper. Yes, sometimes consider something in coupon, something cheaper and easy to get, easy to buy, much more than we need, much more than he or she need. Right? A person will not save money if they routinely throw away part of the contents. So it's a tip, or it's a good way to reduce the food waste and save your money. The best way or the better way to save your money is not buy cheaper, buy the foods cheaper, but at the same time they are on the larger bags of produce. The better way to save money is reduce the fruits be thrown away and reduce the food waste. It's better than the buy the things you more than you need. Also, even it is a, in a cheap day and cheap sale. Okay. Freeze extras. What is extras? Freezing foods can help preserve them from later use and prevent them from spoiling. Many fresh fruits and vegetables keep well when frozen, extending their shelf life and reducing waste. Other foods may preserve well in the freezer as well, such as bread, meats, and even some prepared dishes. Freezing foods that people use less often, such as herbs, is especially helpful for those looking to eat more sustainably. Freezing extra fresh fruits and vegetables when they are in season locally can reduce the need for buying them when they are out of season and come from far away. Extras. The food extras. Don't think the extras are useless. Instead, the extras can be used. Can be used as ingredients when you're cooking, or it can be used as ingredients for planting. Okay, when you're gardening. So the extras useful. Sometimes the extras you eat that. Sometimes when you can't eat the foods completely, the extras is the extra is important, so you should freeze it or not just store it away. Okay, and eat leftovers. Leftovers important. Leftovers is good. A part of meal plan to reduce waste. Many people choose 1 or 2 days each week to eat any leftovers they may have stored in the freezer. This helps reduce waste from the individual meals and keep the fridge tidy. Okay, leftovers, when you eat something and you can't eat it completely, the leftovers you can put the leftovers into your refrigerators and take it out to eat next time. Yeah, sure, you should make sure that leftovers aren't expired, are not expiring. You should make sure that the leftovers aren't spoiled, are not spoiling, would not spoiled. If the leftovers won't spoiled, and you can eat it next time. Okay, leftovers. Try out food preservation methods. Food preservation methods. Properly canning or pickling foods can help to extend their shelf life and avoid spoilage. If a person accidentally buys too much of a particular food, preserving the food in this way can prevent it from spoiling and being thrown away. Okay, for examples including turning apples into apple sauce or cucumbers into pickles. People can pickle almost anything from onions to eggs. Okay, got it? It's easy to understand, right? The food preservation. Notice the methods of preservation. Canning is good because pickling foods is good. Okay. Next take a look. Make broth or stock. Broth or stock. Excess food, scraps, and even some bones or other animal drippings are great ingredients for various stocks of broth. Boiling excess vegetables, peeling, and other scrapings can make a hearty vegetable broth. Boiling a chicken carcass and other remainders such as bones and skin can become a tasty chicken broth. It is best to store homemade broth in the fridge and use it within a few days. However, freezing it will give it a much longer lifespan. Got it? Okay, next step. Next, understand the taste of food. Okay, many people don't understand what the taste really means on the food. Many manufacturers put different labels on food, such as sell by or use by. The taste helps markets know when to rotate their stock, but they can be confusing for consumers. Yes, many consumers were confused by those different words on the labels. The Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, estimates that up to 20% of food waste comes from the confusion over these dates. 20%, come on, it's so much. Just because the confusing. Many people assume these days are expiring days and throw out perfectly edible food. Remember, while tags and labels on foods may give a general idea for how fresh a product is, they are not hard and fast rules. The easiest way to identify bad foods is to trust the senses. If a product smells, looks, or tastes bold, it probably is. When it doubts, however, it is best to throw it out. Right? The tastes are important, but we consumers should understand what the taste really means. The sell by or use by. Just don't waste the food just because you didn't. Please don't throw away or waste your foods just because, or don't get the real meaning of the taste. Just misread the taste. Read the meaning of the taste. Or it's a pity to waste food just because this reason. reason. Okay, next, compost the scraps. Most meal preparation these scraps from the stems, peels, and usable bits of foods. Even coffee grounds and tea leaves make a great addition to compost heap. Compost scraps, yes. Scraps. Usually scraps are usable, useful, and can be used again on a meal. Creating a compost heap is one way to help reduce waste by turning even these scraps into nutrient-rich fertilizer. For people who do not have a garden or space for composter or compost heap, many municipalities run composting programs. The scraps can be used as food for the animals, for the plants. So just don't waste the scraps. Okay, and next, pack a lunch. One of the simplest way to avoid food waste on the go is to bring food from home. Yes, don't need to buy the foods from restaurant, from the supermarket, from the convenience stores, or anything like that. You can just buy you just can eat your food, or bring the foods from home. Investing in quality foods containers that do not leak and are light and convenient to carry can help. Making extra portions or of evening meals to keep in the fridge as ready-to-go packed lunches can eliminate the need to spend extra time making lunch before work or school in the morning. This might also save a person money. Okay? Next, tailor restaurant meals. When eating out, a person can avoid food waste by asking for a meal that does not contain ingredients they do not enjoy. Yes, important. It's just don't waste the foods. Just tell the restaurant what the foods you do really enjoyed. You don't need to put something that you don't really like on your meals. For instance, if a brunch at a restaurant comes with a side of toast that a person would not usually eat, merely asking them to leave off the toast can help prevent waste. In addition to reduce waste, smaller portions can also help prevent a person from overeating. Right. Especially ladies have a smaller stomach burden. A person who have a smaller stomach can make the foods to smaller portions. Okay. Next, avoid the tray. Avoid the tray when eating in a dining hall or other established that use food trays. Acting to avoid the food tray may help prevent waste. Not using the food tray reduced food waste by 32% in the university dining hall in an early study. Come on. you all the tips we talked today are all about how to reducing the food waste. Reducing the food waste not just helpful for your not just helpful for the planet, but also for you to saving more money. It's very helpful. You should know that many people in the world who are in need, who are suffering from the poverty, are suffering from poverty, who are suffering from war, like the Ukrainian people, who are suffering in poverty. We know that many people, many children who live in Africa or Middle East, they are poor. They need food. We can share our money to them, share our extra resources to them. But before that, we can reduce our waste, any waste, especially the food waste. When you reduce more food waste, that means you can save more money. You will have more money, and you can do much charity business and help the people because we all live the same planet. We have to help each other. Even though we did different countries, different places, we should help each other when somebody in need, when somebody is suffering from problems. Okay, so reducing the food waste is important, and the first step to help you to help the people and help the climate, help the earth, and help fighting the climate change issue. Okay, thank you guys.